Hey guys, welcome back to another SciCraft episode. So the plan for today is to check out the new main storage. Got a lot of requests to explain how it works. So Jorge is gonna give us a tour later, explaining all the little systems that allow us to store and retrieve our items again. But first, let's do a little side project. So this is the 1.14 island where we made Cerotic, cactus, and bamboo farms high up in the sky. Because in 1.14 the client lag was just unbearable, so it had to be 64 blocks away from the player and use those items to get XP from furnaces, so we can make our god leggings. Got a whole double chest of shulker boxes, of roughly 1500 of those leggings that have all the protection enchantments on it, which by the way are super good. So when we made the perimeter, it really paid off, especially like the blast protection. If you accidentally fly into a TNT duper, it's super useful. Fire protection if you fall in lava, it's also really good. But of course, it doesn't help everywhere. So if you fight normal mobs, you still have your normal protection levels. For example, fighting against the wardens, those don't have any benefit really. But yeah, for making the perimeter, they really paid off so far. Okay, so the plan is to clean up this area now. We still have all kinds of stuff around, like tons of shulker boxes. Then I built this wooden roof because the phantoms got too annoying back then. We had a villager breeder that we didn't really use. First, we had a plan to make villagers, but that was scrapped. So the plan is just to completely remove stuff here and then build some kind of a building where we can store our leggings. By the way, phantoms, we actually enabled the game rule do insomnia false. So we don't have any phantoms spawning. There was a vote on the server. I was the only one that was actually in favor of keeping the phantoms. Everyone else was pretty much against them because they don't really add anything beneficial to the game. Just huge annoyance and the only drop the phantom membrane can also be obtained from a cat gifting farm, for example. There's really no point having the phantoms besides getting annoyed by not sleeping. Especially now with our end portal travel, sleeping is actually really annoying because then it moves your spawn point again, and then all the end portal travel we have doesn't work. So yeah, there's a lot of good reasons why we don't want the phantoms. Alright, so I'm just gonna clean up this area. Let's do a little time lapse, and I can already build the little storage building for the pants. Alright, so the island looks a lot better now. Cleaned up most of it. I still need to remove those 4 end portal frames there. Still need to get some red mushroom. So if you grow those into the tall ones, those blocks can actually remove the end portals and end portal frames. It's a really old uh, bug or unforeseen behavior, but it's really helpful, so you don't need to do some TNT bedrock breaking to remove those. It's more convenient in most cases. There's also a ton of items. I moved down there into a little storage. You had about 2 million of those infested chiseled stone brick blocks. There's no specific plan at all what to do with those. We just made them because, well, we could. They're basically also just illegal items, stone blocks that you usually only can get in creative. They have some silverfish in there, but, well, right now I don't really have a plan what we could do with those. Technically, you could make some XP from that or just a fun project. Will they ever become super useful? I really doubt it, but we have them just in case. And all the other items we put in here. A ton of stuff brought over. Diamonds. People brought over all kinds of stuff. I think they're even crafting some more diamond leggings. That's why I have so many diamonds here. Bookshelves. I don't know. But those are all part of the old items. Just gonna leave them here. We can't actually put them back into the old storage because that's kind of broken in 119. And we don't want to use them in the new area yet. Once we're fully established, then we can also bring over those items. Okay, so let's also check out the little store Manny has designed. This will be a tribute to Oreo's pants. So this will be the storage for our god leggings. We already brought some over to the new storage, and there's some in there just in case. Okay, little pant logo here on the side. Some clean looking shop. There's just one thing missing. We also need a logo for the shop. So there we go. Oreo's only pants shop is completed. Alright, so I think this is a good tribute to the god leggings. There's a little bit more decoration we could actually do around here. Maybe add a little bit of greenery. But I'm not really that into building and making nice stuff. I'm more into redstone. Maybe you could just place down a couple green blocks, hedges and so on, bone a bit of the grass. But I think this looks good so far. Alright, so let's move on. Let's meet up with Jorge so we can check out the main storage. Alright, now it's time to explain our complicated storage system here. Jorge was one of the main creators of the storage system, but a lot of people were involved there. Maybe time for credits? Let's mention everyone that worked on this.
Okay, so main credits for the whole thing is the main idea behind this is Optic Nerve, which is basically the person who theory craft all of the process that is going to happen here. But then the main designers or the main people that actually put it together is me and Obi. And then there is a lot more people that actually help here, which is Glotz, Trouble, Command Leo, RAFQ, and a lot others that I cannot mention because basically every single component is made by at least 2 people. So, for example, the load array is made by Glotz, by RAFQ, by Boyin, and a few others. So yeah, this storage has been technically made by more than 10 people.
So it was a huge corporation that
Yeah.
also took several months and has been worked on like for years basically. It's quite complicated. So Jorge is gonna try to explain how like the overarching idea and go a little bit into the details without explaining every little thing because it would be way too hard to follow. All right, I guess we go in spectator mode and then we start with the item input because of course at some point you need to put your items in the storage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So before actually we start with the input, it will be better, I think, to start with how the whole idea works.
Yeah, that's good.
So as you can see, we have 3 holes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with these holes is that they normally has 8. They normally have 8 items per
Nice.
slice, yeah? But this one has 6. Why is this? So the whole idea that we have for this storage is to make it hybrid. So normally what will happen in a storage is that you have a chest hole or 2 of them, and then another different, which is the bulk hole. But in this storage, we have everything combined in the same hole. So we have the bulk items in the bottom, and then we have normal items on the top. So this is what's called as a hybrid slice. And this is something very unique of this storage that in this case never has been done in survival before. So yeah, this is why the whole storage took a bit longer, because this is new, kind of.
Mm-hmm. So the idea is
So
that in the top 2 rows we have just loose item, and the bottom items are the ones we have the most items of. We have access to a shulker box there, and additionally a box will be filled with shulker boxes of the same item, so we can grab a lot of those directly from here.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the whole concept. So yeah, we can go to quickly to the input. So the input here has 3 different inputs. It has for loose items, mixed boxes, which means there are items in the boxes, but it's not completely full. And then we have the bulk input. The bulk item input means that all of the boxes have 27 stacks of the same item type, and then you can send it there. So normally what you will do is you will come here in survival and you will input normal items in the loose boxes. So you will just imagine that you come here from a farm and you
Yeah.
have 3 stacks of flowers, 3 stacks of cobble. You just put everything in there and then you just press the button and the box will just get sent to unload. And then the boxes that you come, imagine that you come from a project and you have
Yeah,
3
building a
boxes full.
farm, then all the
Yeah.
leftovers are just in shulker boxes roll in here.
And then the ones that are full just go to bulk
Yeah.
input.
So that's shulker boxes that have all the same item type and are completely filled.
Yep.
Okay.
And don't worry if imagine that you make a mistake and you send something to bulk that you didn't want to because it was not full. The system will not break, it will take care of that. Okay.
Okay. Then how do we put the items into the storage? This is the next part. Okay.
Okay, so let's continue with the next step, which is we need to make sure that what the user input is correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know the user, maybe you made a mistake. So this thing here is the input handler. This thing was made by OpticNerve. What this thing does is that it makes sure that all of the unstackable sorter, all of the stackables will get sent to the unstackable sorter. All of the loose items will just get sent into a Mixbox Loader, which is here. And all of the mix boxes will just send to the unloader array. So there are 2 of them. Why are there 2 of them? So there is one for the mixed ones and one for the bulk ones. So the bulk one, which is the left, it will just get sent to a second input handler. So there is the right one and the left one. The right one is for mixed boxes, and the left one is for bulk. So if an item gets sent to bulk because of the input, it will just get sent to here. So the boxes that it could be mixed or it could be full, it will just get sent to here. So this is a second input handler. What this system does, that is also from Optic Nerve, by the way, what this system does is that it makes sure that the items, it makes sure that the boxes are full or not full. So if the boxes are full, it will just get sent to bulk, and if it's not full, it will get sent to normal unloading. So this is, again, imagine that you want to send something to bulk, but you didn't look correctly, and you input something that has, for example, 26 stacks instead of 27. So this will take care of that, and it will get sent to the actual unloading and not to the bulk.
Okay.
So
Quality control here.
Yeah. So everything that is not bulk and is a box and is not empty will get sent to this water stream up here. So this water stream goes to this buffer. And what this buffer does is just, if you input a lot of items, this system is really fast, but you could send 30, 60 boxes for some reason, in that you come from a big project. So this is where all of those boxes will get sent. If for some reason the entire thing gets full, it will stop the input from working. So we will never lose boxes in the water stream because the whole thing is full.
Mm-hmm.
So the blue lines here, it will just stop the input from working. So what this system does, this is a parallel unloader. This is a concept that we also use on Blitz, but this is like a lot more modern than the system that we use there. So a lot of people have been working on this system here, and this is mainly Glotz, Poyen, RAFQ, Rapscallion, and I think that's it. I'm not missing anyone. Anyway, so what this system does is that normally when you send items to a water stream on top of normal filter items, on top of normal filter hoppers, sorry, those hoppers have a set speed. In this case, it's 9,000 items per hour, which is an item every 8 game ticks. And you cannot really send more items, more speed to that filter because it will just skip the hopper, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we do is that we make sure that we are unloading at multiple speeds, but only a single hopper speed of that item type. So we could, for example, unload a single hopper speed of hopper, single hopper speed of redstone, single hopper speed of redstone blocks, etc. So we make sure that we are unloading different item types on each slice.
Yeah, so the more different items you input, the faster the system is. But I think up to 16, right?
Yeah. We only have 16 because anything over that is overkill, and it will start getting laggy.
Okay.
And normally 90% of the time you will not use more than 10.
Yeah, definitely. If you come back from a project, that's usually the amount of different items you used.
So how this system works, this is kind of similar to a multi-item sorter, where how this works is that we put an item in this chest here, which is the orange one. So what we do is we unload the first item type. So imagine that the first item type is redstone, and the second one is redstone blocks. So the redstone, normal redstone dust, will get sent to this chest, just a single one. And every single box that comes after that one, if it has redstone in the first lot, it will just say, okay, this has redstone dust, but since we already have assigned redstone dust to here, I'm just going to skip and go to another buffer. But if the first item type is different than redstone and is not in this chest, it will just assign a new one and make a filter for it. Is that correct? Did I explain it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So this chest here acts like a general filter for the whole thing. So this makes sure that we are only unloading what is in this chest. So whatever item, I guess we can try it real quick. So we can.
Yeah, let's prepare a box.
Okay. So I'm going to get some box. So I got 9 boxes. All of them have different item types.
Mhm.
And I guess we can quickly check how this works. So I'm going to just input them in the Mixbox. And now if we
Okay.
quickly go to spectator, we can
Yep,
quickly
gonna
see how these
teleport to you.
boxes,
Mhm.
yeah, we
Uh,
can quickly see how these boxes go here and then get sent here. And then they will just go to the handler here. So the buffer.
okay.
And then if we quickly check the orange chest, you will see that different items get assigned into the chest.
Yep.
Like you can see that's cobble, that's a thingy, sign, then there is the white concrete. So all of those items will get unloaded. And if we quickly go up here, you can see that there are different boxes getting unloaded right now.
Okay.
And yeah, all of them are getting unloaded at different hopper speeds. So we are unloading right now at 6 times hopper speed, I think. No, 7.
Mhm.
Or 8 right now. And everything gets sent down here into these cauldrons. And if we wait like a moment, you will see that it will make like a really cool wave where everything gets unloaded at the same time. So what we do here is we unload at 60 stacks of 60 items to make sure that there is almost no item like in the water stream. So they all get sent in the same batch. Say.
Okay. Got aligned. Now we got the batches. Yeah, going to the actual storage slices. We have the filters.
Yeah.
Okay. As you can see
So
here, there's usually 2 in there, and then we just get 60 on top of that, right?
yeah. So those are AV tileable
Mhm.
slices, like not filter, sorry. And they are AV to be able to, have only 1 or 2 in the first slot.
Mhm.
We have 2 to prevent unloading. So if we unload the storage while it was working for some reason, maybe a crash, and we load it again, there is a chance that the filter item just gets lost. So that's why we use 2, so that never happens. Okay, so we go back to the loader array, which is still working. And as I said before, we are unloading at right now hopper speed,
Mhm.
but we are stacking all of those items in stacks of 60. Now, the problem with stacking it to 16 is that there is a problem of the 16 stackables, because 16 stackables cannot stack to 60. So what we do there is that we make sure with a system that is here, that if the system detects that it's unloading 16 stackables, it will stack the items to 10 instead of 60. And then we will get batches of 60 and batches of 10 for the 16 stackables.
Yep.
Then when this box empties, for example, let's say it empties the whole box, right? Like it's doing right now. This box is full of coal for some reason, right? So when the box empties, it will just get sent to down here and to the overflow. But that's what happened already. If the boxes stop because, sorry, if the boxes had 3 item types and it stops unloading the first item type, for example, let's say it has 3 item types, right? But it has 3 stacks of that item type, then another 2 stacks of the second item type, and 1 stack of the third item type. So, for example, 3 stacks of hoppers, 2 stacks of redstone dust, and 1 stack of redstone blocks. So we imagine that we are unloading hoppers. When we stop unloading hoppers, the system will detect that we are no longer unloading hoppers and will start with dust. However, before that happens, because there is a bit of delay there, the system just breaks the box the moment it stops unloading hoppers, and it will just get sent back to here and it will repeat the process. So then it will assign for the second item type. In this case will be redstone dust, which in this case will be the first item type. And it will just unload again, but in this case redstone dust. When redstone dust is over, it will just break the box and repeat. And yeah, everything gets sent to the water streams. And again, we have 2 filters. So as you explained before, we have normal filters here. These filters, however, this is a box loader. As you can see, there is the box down here. And this is the bulk loader. So let's say you input a lot of items, right? you know, we need to sort them somehow. So we are using this really simple way, and that's just normal box loader. So
Mhm.
all of this bottom part is just for bulk. So whatever fills in here, whatever box gets filled here, it will just get sent to bulk.
Okay.
And then the water stream just continues up here. And then we have more item filters. And these filters are just for the top chest. So if we go back to the places, the normal filters up there is for the normal two chests, like the
Mhm.
top two chests.
Okay, so if you have Schalke boxes in there, it's just because there were so many items and somebody put them in basically manually.
Yep. Like normally, what what will happen is that those items that don't fit, uh, we will just store them in the farm. So, for example,
Mhm.
concrete, normal concrete,
Yep.
you just store them in the farm. And
Yep.
most now because we have an importer, so we can quickly go to the end.
Mhm.
But the actual concrete, like the blocks, maybe we want to have it in bulk because it's something that we may use a lot, and not the powder, let's
Mhm.
say. So that's the whole concept of the hybrid.
Okay.
Anyway, whenever that's finished, and if you imagine that something is overflowing or it just is not assigned, it will just go to this water stream. And this water stream goes to this system here. This system was made by Glotz. It's just a Mixbox loader. So as you can see here, we are detecting from the hopper and from the dropper.
Mhm.
So what normally will happen is that you detect the box getting full from the box to detect signal strength 15. That means that the box is full. However, we are detecting a signal strength more than one, or well, in this case, more than zero, sorry, in the dropper. So the moment this dropper gets filled with one item, it means that the items were overflowing from the box and it will just break the box. This is what's called as a Mixbox loader. This can sort different things, let's say different item types, for example, 27 different item types, and then the hopper will not be able to input anything else, right? And it will
Mhm.
just go back to the dropper and the dropper will break. And that's about it. So this makes sure that, as you can see already, we have different item types. And that's probably because the poppies are overflowing and the grass blocks are overflowing. So we could actually check if we go to the left hole. Are you here?
Yep. It's
Okay.
kind of hard to
So
follow sometimes, just teleporting.
yeah, if we quickly check the flowers, which is here,
Mhm.
as you can see, the chests it's full.
Yep.
So everything goes to the Mixbox loader. This is when a player needs to come here and actually put them in boxes, or else it will just go to overflow. Anyway, the overflow will just go to this chest here, and as you can see, it has poppies, it has grass, and different blocks. Now probably we have more than. So for
Oh,
example,
small drip leaf. That's actually interesting. I put those in there. It's probably not assigned yet, right? Some filters we
yeah,
haven't assigned yet.
yeah, it's been like only 2 weeks, and maybe we
Yep.
forgot something.
Mhm.
But yeah, and imagine that, as I say, um, imagine that you come from a farm or you are starting to prepare for a farm, and you rename some name tags, right?
Mhm.
And you accidentally put them in the input. So what
Mhm.
will happen is that since those are renamed items, it will just go to overflow to those Mixbox loader. So the problem with those Mixbox loaders is that they will only break if the box gets full.
Mhm.
So to solve that, what happens is that we have a no block here that we can trigger, and it will break every single box in the Mixbox loader and just send it to here because it's
Immediate
overflow.
access. Yep.
Yeah. So that's just to prevent again like some error that the user
Mhm.
may have made, and you want to get those items, you can just do that.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the whole water cycle, but I guess we can also explain what's going on with the rest of levers and all that is here.
Yep.
So this thing here, this is a restock station that we can configure. So as you can see, we have food, different rocket types, elytra, ender chests, XP potions, etc. And we can just come here in survival, get some items, restock yourself. That's the
Mhm.
whole name of it. And if the box breaks, it will just go to the empty box overflow. And that means that if you, for example, are here and the typical bug where you are getting the items and accidentally you drop your pickaxe in there, the pickaxe will just go to the empty box chest.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no worry about where is my pickaxe now.
Mm-hmm.
And then here, this is the unstackable sorter. So right now, since this storage was made in 1.18 and we didn't count for allays, we didn't add an allay sorter yet, but we can add that really easily. So right now we are sorting these items here. In this case, every single type of proteins, but not sorting every single type, of course, because it's not possible. Shears, flint and steel, bolts, etc. So yeah, this is just every single input that is an unstackable. It will just go here.
So,
And
a
the
quick
rest,
explanation how this works. For example, the only type of item you can put into a brewing stand would be a potion. This way we filled it out, and each of those items here has unique property, usually in combination with a dispenser we can use for this. Yeah, without getting into all the details. All right.
yeah, this system was made by Obi,
Mm-hmm.
by the way. So yeah, we have a Mixbox Loader, another one here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just unstackable. So when this box gets full, it will just breaks and it will just get sent to the overflow of unstackables. So if, for example, if we wanted to add allies, we could just replace this Mixbox Loader with a water stick that gets sent to whatever we place, wherever we place the allies order.
Mm-hmm. So this will be added later. Downside of the layers, of course, is if you would for each item you would need one allay, and this storage was really optimized to be lag friendly. Now just putting 100 allays next to it would not be that great. But with chunk loading, we could just store the allays a couple hundred blocks over, make a new system over there, so it will only be loaded if it's actually getting used. So that's the idea. We're gonna add that as soon as we update to a version where we can dupe the allays.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we have other things here, like a 50 furnace array.
Mm-hmm.
Was made by Floppy Donkey.
Yep.
We have other things here, which is the box, just a crafter. And
Mm-hmm.
then we have a box jitter crafter. In this case, it's just boxes. You just input boxes. They get burned by lava, and you get the items.
Could show this really quick if you maybe get some
Okay.
blocks again or whatever.
I guess, yeah, I can use locks again.
Make more playing, so I don't know.
Yeah, there are no. Okay, so I'm going to grab birch blocks, and I'm going to grab some normal things. So I'm going to use first 4 here in the left,
Yeah.
so we can quickly show this one. So what happens is that the first one needs to be placed.
Okay.
Okay, so how this works is just normally, right? You will just
Check it out.
drop all of those items. You craft the planks, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's real quick. You input everything here, right? Oh, why didn't that work? Sorry. Oh, is it because... Wait, I may have made a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to dispense a new one.
Yeah, I don't know
storage here?
right now if this means that it's off. Give me a moment.
Yes, it's supposed
Okay.
to be off.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is normally supposed to be off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, now it will work.
Okay.
So you craft items and you place them here. As you can see, it just drops item. And you just get more, right?
Mm-hmm.
You input everything. And this is a normal crafter.
Okay.
So let me quickly finish this. And we can go to the next one.
Is there also an option to break the box, a button or something like that? If it's not filled entirely?
I can quickly add that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
everything will get
okay,
sent to
that's
the...
something we might add later. Maybe just put a button here. Okay, let's check out the next system.
Okay, give me a moment.
Yep.
Okay, so next system, this is the kind of smart one. So we have the same thing that we showed there, but it's more automatic. So instead of the player having to do everything, this system makes half of it for you. So we can select the speed. In this case, we are going to make birch blocks to planks. So we are making 4 for every box. So we are making 4 boxes for every box. That means that we are going to craft more than what you get. So that means that you want this system to be a bit slower than normal. So in order to do that, we have a speed selection in this. How is this thing called?
Lectern?
Yeah. So we have this lectern that can select the different speeds. So let's say 200 gain ticks. So that means it will burn a box every 200 gain ticks or every 10 seconds. And we just input the items there. We confirm the speed with the button. And we just turn on the switch.
Okay.
And now we just wait a minute.
So system in the back burns the box and then the items will drop.
Yeah, as
and
you
be
can
sent
see
here.
now, I get all of that.
Yeah.
I craft all of it into planks. And now I just put it in these boxes.
Then
And as you can see, the
you
speed
get the
was
next
really
batch.
correct. I get more. And yeah. So
So
this
it's
is
a bit more
imaginary.
convenient. It saves the step of taking the items out yourself out of the shulker box.
Yeah.
Basically.
And that's about it.
Yep.
I guess I need to stop, finish this now.
Yeah.
I guess you can make a cut here or whatever.
Maybe you can even see. Here's the lava, so the box is just dispensed into that, pushed down the slime, then yeah, all the items land here, and then Jorge can pick them up.
How many is I
think it was 6 boxes.
I think this
Be
is
the
the
last
last
one? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So we just turn it off. We can get everything from this dropper, and there is always one backlog, sadly. But yeah, there is nothing really we can do. Let me input this.
So it puts it into the bulk storage now.
Yeah, we can explain that later.
Okay.
Okay, anything else here? Not really. I guess we can quickly explain this thing here.
Potion brewer?
So this is a really, really smart potion brewer made by Fefa Beza. By the way, those 2 crafters were made by Command Leo. So this potion brewer is really, really smart. It's really hard to break, if not impossible. So I'm missing some item frames here. What will happen is that you will have different potions renamed up here, so you can check, right? So if you don't need to, check for the sign. So just tell me any potion that you want to grab.
Let's make a water breathing potion.
So
it's already selected. Oh, that's a bad one. Then let's make a speed 2 potion. A speed 2 potion.
Swiftness. As you can see, it selects. And now we can select here what you want. So you say it's speed 2, so we want the potency. We don't want duration. As you can see,
let's make a splash potion as well. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Another thing really nice, for example, is you can select on unselect, but for example, lingering needs splash. So as you can see, it also selects splash. However, it will just get like that, or you can just unselect it or select. So you say that you wanted potency as splash. Okay, so that will be a splash, speed, and speed 2. So we just press this button. Actually, why is this on? Oh. Okay, so this button here, if this lamp is on, it means that it will try to breathe until the chest is full, or in this case, until the components are over. Basically, we don't have anything else. No, the problem is I don't know why that was on. I think someone actually broke it.
Oh, so they managed to break the unbreakable system. Oh.
What? Who made this? Oh no. Wait. Why did someone break this? No. Okay, wait, what happened here?
This also happened when I made the potion system last time. Some people always manage to break
what
it.
The fuck? How? What?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, this is completely broken. Someone actually... Yeah, oh my god.
I guess we need to work on that a little bit more.
Oh no. I think what happened is that someone left this on Forgot to turn it off. That's probably what happened. Oh no, this is really bad. And I cannot do this because this is off. So yeah, it's probably really broken.
Alright, so the brewing system still has some initial problems. It's kind of normal. It's the first time it was ever used, but it's definitely great once it's actually working then. Alright, so this was actually only half of the explanation of the storage system. There's another huge part that actually fully interacts with the main slices here. So there's also this bulk storage at this end of the storage, where also items are getting stored. So there's a lot of features that play into this. So for example, if our smaller bulk storage part, so we can store about 100,000 items here at the main slices, for example, is empty, it can request automatically items from the main bulk storage, which can hold up to 1 million of that item type. So let's say I use up all of the blanks here, don't have any left, then it automatically sends some shulker boxes of blanks over. And also, if the storage here is filled up, we'll send the shulker boxes to the other bulk storage. This is actually rather complicated. The information has to be encoded and decoded. Jorge is gonna explain all of that in the next episode, which will probably also be the last one before our basically restart. We start from not entirely scratch, but we're gonna do the normal item progression again. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.